Terry Davidson.
Terry, it's Ione.
Well, hello, Ione. Miriam told me you had to leave to run some errands.
Oh, yes, well, I've done that, but when I got home, can you put me in touch with Miriam?
I was just trying to think where she might be. Her father's out of surgery now.
Oh, listen to me, and I didn't even ask how it went.
Well, all things considered, it went fairly well.
Oh, well, thank the Lord for that.
I was just thinking she might still be in the family lounge.
Oh, well, can I phone her there?
No, I'm afraid not. Is something wrong?
Oh, no, for once in a very long time, everything is right.
What?
Miriam got a letter from her son today.
Ione, that's wonderful!
Then, in accordance with Section 34 of the Municipal Code, I want to change it back to the 30th, will you?
For Pete's sake, will you make up your mind?
Well, excuse me. Ever make a mistake?
Yeah, no need to get nasty. Let's just get on with it.
You feeling all right today?
I'm fine. Let's just continue, okay?
In accordance with Section 34 Municipal Code, my client will be forced.
Look at that. Can you believe that?
Babs, what is your problem today?
Oh, just stow it, will you, Harold?
Hey, wait a minute. Did you get another threatening phone call or something?
No.
Well, then what in the world is it? Come on, Babs. You know better than to try to keep a secret from me.
Yeah. It's just that I've been doing a lot of thinking lately.
Well, about turning those photocopies over to Brubaker?
No. Harold, we gotta find out who the prince is so I can get him this information. I mean, I'm not gonna be safe until then.
Yeah, I know. I've been thinking along the same lines. The only risk is that this guy, whoever he is, doesn't want to reveal his identity to anybody. You know that Brubaker told me he's been involved in underworld operations all up and down the East Coast?
I know. That's why he can protect me from Ronnie. I mean, he's my only chance. And that's why I've got to get him that double set of books.
Yeah, where'd you say you hid those photocopies?
Never mind.
What do you mean, never mind?
Well, Jean told me to put them in a safe place, and if I tell you...
Then they wouldn't be a safe place? You don't trust me?
Oh, it's not that, Harold.
Well, then what in the world is it?
Well, it's just that it's a secret, that's all. And the fewer people know about it, then the better chance it'll have us staying that way.
Well, all I got to say is thank you very much.
Come on, Harold, give me a break. I'm just trying to do the right thing.
No, that's fine. That's just fine. Why don't we just get back to work here, Miss Farley?
Whatever you say, Mr. Webster.
Forgot where I was.
In concordance with Section 34...
Accordance, Babs. It's accordance.
Pardon me. Let's just get on with it, shall we?
You know that I only want to help you.
I know that, Harold, and I appreciate it. Really, I do. It's just that, well, until I find out who this guy is, I've got to keep those copies a secret. I mean, that's my only life insurance. You understand that, don't you, Harold? I know you do.
You're right, Ione. This is just what Miriam needs to hear.
Oh, yes, at long last, her prayers have been answered.
She's been having such a rough time lately. This is just what she needs.
Now, the only problem now is to find her so we can tell her.
Well, listen, I'll take it from here. She's got to be in the hospital someplace. Oh, unless you wanted to tell her yourself.
Oh, no, Terry, you go right ahead. But I better get an accurate report on how she receives that news.
Aye, Captain. I feel badly, though. Are you sure you wouldn't like to tell her yourself?
Oh, no, Terry, you go right ahead. Besides, I don't have the time. This is a big night for the Redland family. And notice how I stress family.
What's up?
Well, Jean, Carla, and Jimmy and I are all going out for supper tonight.
This is a day for answered prayers.
Oh, yes, it is. It truly is. Do you realize, Terry, that this will be the first time the family has been together in over 2 months?
Ione, I am so pleased for you. If I'm not being too nosy, do you think this means that Jean and Carla are finally going to patch things up?
Well, I think so, but I dare not say anything to them, I don't want to scare them off. As much as I'd like to sit them both down and tell them a few things, I think it would be the worst thing in the world to do.
It sounds like you've got a lot to smile about, though, so you're going to have a good time tonight.
I'll say.
Listen, why don't I go and try and find her, and I will give you a full report later.
Oh, thank you, Terry. I appreciate that so much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
One thing does worry me, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see...
Harold, I need to talk with you.
Nancy, I got nothing to say to you, and anything you might want to say to me, I don't want to hear.
Well, I am not leaving until I get some action.
Hey, I'll give you some action, you cheap broad.
Will you please curb her before I call the Humane Society?
The only person you'll be calling when I get through with you is an ambulance.
Hey, ladies, let's break it up here. I use the term ladies advisedly.
Look, Harold, I would like to speak with you privately. Lawyer
Not interested,
client.
Nancy, not interested.
But look, please, you owe it to me. I mean, just 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
It's something you'll be very interested in, I promise.
Listen, Barbara, why don't you go out there, start the clock on her, and when her 5 minutes is up, I promise I'll turn my back on her and let you have her.
Take your time, Lawson.
What makes that woman tick? I mean, I hope it's a time bomb.
You got 5 minutes, Nancy.
All right, okay. I want to sue Charles Carpenter. I'm serious.
Okay, all
For
right.
$20,000 worth of hospital expenses that I incurred when I fell at his house.
Good.
That's not to mention the mental anguish and the pain that I've been through over the last couple of months.
Mental anguish. Yeah.
Well,
Let me be sure I got all this straight here. Now, this is the same fall that you faked in order to trap Charles into marrying you, isn't that right?
I resent that.
Now, wait a minute, I'm not through yet. And the expenses, $20,000 in expenses, same expenses you incurred, weren't they, when you were trying to recover from this fake paralysis?
I wasn't faking.
And this mental anguish here. As a matter of fact, I think I know maybe half a dozen people, present company included, who'd like to sue you for the same thing and have a better chance of winning in court.
Why, you cheap shyster.
Nancy, have you ever heard the old-fashioned expression that goes something like this? If you want to dance, you got to pay the piper.
Yes or no, Harold?
Apparently not. How about that good old expression, you don't have a leg to stand on, so why don't you get out of my office?
Look, you are not the only attorney in town.
Nancy, I keep trying to tell you that, but unfortunately, you keep coming back to me. Well, let me tell you something. You can try this if you want to, but I got a little surprise for you. Practically everybody in town has seen that picture of you on the front page of the Chronicle and read that story. You know what you are? You're what we lawyers call an untouchable. No charge.
Oh, thank you, Kathy. Ben, you're supposed to be in surgery right now.
I am?
Don't play games with me. What's going on?
Jack Egan had a couple of emergencies, so he postponed my surgery until tomorrow.
Ben,
It's the truth. Terry, would I lie to you?
I don't know. You are the same Ben Martin who's gone on record as saying, I don't like to be on the other side of the surgical knife, aren't you?
Possibly. But I believe a man should be judged more by his actions than his words.
I see. And aren't you the same Ben Martin who has said time after time, I'm going to put off this surgery?
Were any of your ancestors involved in the Spanish Inquisition?
Please don't put this off anymore, Ben.
Well, I will admit that I haven't had the best track record. But you can call the OR if you don't believe me.
No, I do.
Well, thank you.
Oh, say, have you seen Miriam?
No, isn't she in the waiting area?
No, I checked the cafeteria and the gift shop and any other place I could think of.
Well, that's odd.
I wish I'd get a hold of her.
What's up? It sounds important.
It is. Very. Look, I've got to get back up to my office. If you should see her, would you send her up?
Sure.
Kathy, would you make sure that Dr. Lee initials these medication orders before he leaves the hospital? Thanks.
What's going on?
You'll see.
If you ever decide to get married, Make sure you screen your mother-in-law very carefully.
I can't believe the nerve of that woman. What do you suppose Nancy would have found attractive about men if she'd lived before money was invented?
Really? Hey, what are her chances of getting herself another lawyer and actually, putting the screws to Carpenter?
Slim to none. I expect everybody in Kingsley read that newspaper article and saw that picture, too. That's just like I told her before she left my office. There's no self-respecting lawyer in town would touch her case.
So whoever heard of a self-respecting lawyer? I'm just kidding. I'll never forget the first time I met that broad, although I've tried to forget it.
Yeah, where'd you meet her?
In the Slammer, didn't I tell you?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I always prided myself on being a pretty good judge of character,
Yeah? That's why you're so fond of me?
Watch it, baby cakes.
Oh, how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless secretary.
Yeah. Anyway, I says to myself, Babs, I says, that broad is as low down and rotten as they come. Cross my heart, that's what I said. Now, tell me, was I right or was I right?
To your incredible intuition.
Cheers. Want me to tell you some more about my incredible intuition?
Why do I suddenly feel a dark cloud descending upon this table?
When I was in school, I didn't do real good. Big surprise, right? Anyway, my worst subject was math. Any kind of math. Well, when it came time for tests, I'd just scribble a bunch of numbers down and, fake it. But the trick is you have to make the answer look right.
Meaning?
Meaning, this thing with Ronnie doesn't look or feel right. I mean, first, he makes the phone calls, right? Then he sends the flowers. And then, nothing. I mean, something is wrong, Harold. That guy is up to something, and I don't know what it is. I mean, I'd like to think that he forgot about me, So what kind of sick scheme is he cooking up now, huh?
Come in.
What are you doing working so late?
What are you doing here? I thought you were going to go out to dinner with Jean and Carla.
I rushed so much to leave early, and I thought I'd drop by and see Miriam before she...
Oh, that's right. Oh, and I haven't found her yet.
Well, she said she was going to spend the major part of the day here at the hospital.
Yes, and I've looked all over for her, but with no luck.
Where do you think she is?
I just can't figure it out.
Oh, that poor girl. She's been waiting and waiting and waiting for that letter. Rushing home every day and from work, looking for that letter, and here it is, and where is she?
Well, look, I'll tell you what. Why don't the two of us go and look for her and give it to her?
Oh, no.
What's the matter?
You're not going to believe this, Terry.
What?
I left it on the piano. I was in such a rush to get to the restaurant. I'm so sorry, Terry.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, and after all that rushing, I felt I was going to be early, so I figured I'd stop by and see. I'm so sorry, Terry.
Oh, don't give it a second thought. It's not like she won't get it, right?
Oh, yes, I suppose so, but after all that rushing, I find I don't have as much time as I thought that I would have. I don't want to be late for tonight.
No. You have a good time.
Oh, I certainly will.
Oh, I almost forgot something myself. Do you still have those knitted baby goods for the church bazaar?
Oh, my goodness, I forgot those, too. Would you believe that they're sitting right in a bag on the couch?
Yes.
Oh, when do you need them, Terry?
Tomorrow.
Oh, there's no fool like an old fool, is it?
Now, look, you just stop it. I will come over this evening and get them.
But that means you gotta make a special trip. And we won't be home until late. Oh, I know. Listen, you take my key. I have a spare. And this way you can stop by on the way home from work, and you won't have to do all that running around.
Okay, that sounds good.
Oh, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Miriam,
Oh, hi, Ben.
everyone's been looking for you.
No, what's wrong? Is it Daddy?
No. Calm down. It's Terry. She was looking for you, but it doesn't have anything to do with your father. Where have you been?
Oh, well, some of the nurses told me that even when Daddy gets out of surgery, I couldn't see him right away, so I decided instead of waiting here, I'd go back to his house. I had some things to check on there.
I see. Personal business?
Well, in a way. Well, my father, he has this old photo album with pictures of me as a child and that sort of thing.
Oh, I see. And you couldn't resist reliving happier times, huh?
Well, that was my intention anyway. Boy, did I get a surprise.
Oh?
Well, I'm sorry to report that the good old days exist only in my imagination. It seemed that I was looking at pictures of me on new bicycles with Daddy standing beside me, and pictures of me on ponies with him holding the reins, and me under just umpteen Christmas trees, just surrounded by mountains of presents. But as I was flipping through there, I realized that after each of those pictures were taken, Daddy just disappeared. You know, it was like all those presents, and all I really wanted was just for him to spend some time with me.
I'm very sorry.
Well, what's past is past. You can be sure of one thing, though. I've decided that if I ever get a chance with my little boy, I'm not going to make the same mistake.
Good for you.
Miriam, I've been looking all over for you.
Come on, Babs, you gotta eat something.
No, I couldn't. Go on, you take it.
No, I don't want it, no.
Well, I couldn't eat it.
Well, I hate to see good food go to waste. Here. I switch here. You sure?
No, I'm positive. Harold, you ever think about dying? You okay? Gee whiz, drink this. Good heavens, you okay?
Barely. I can't say too much for your topic of dinner conversation now.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. It's just that it's been on my mind a lot lately, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Temple of Faith, will you? I got 2 men on it, both looking for this prince. And when we find him, he'll be safe.
Oh, don't tell me. McCormick, right?
Yeah, McCormick, I got him on it.
Oh, brother. Well, it takes him as long to find this guy as he did to find Helen Carpenter. I could be in real trouble.
Now, he's really pretty good, Babs.
Yeah, sure. Oh, look. Would you mind just taking me home? You know, I'm just not in the mood for a night on the town.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Ben said that everything was all right with Daddy.
Yes, your father came through the operation fairly well. There was a small problem with hypovolemia.
What's that?
Decreased circulating blood volume, but well, don't worry about it. It's easily controlled.
He's in recovery now, and he's resting as comfortably as can be expected.
Oh, that means the operation is over?
Mm-hmm. Dr. Greedy will give you all the details.
Oh, thank God, thank God. Oh, wait a minute. You said that the news was not about my father.
It isn't. I got a call from my own earlier. You got a letter from your son.
I did? Finally, thank you, Lord.
See, we all told you right back.
I can hardly believe it. Wait a minute, are you sure it's from Frederick? I mean, maybe she did make a mistake or anything.
Oh, no, she is positive. It's waiting for you at home on the piano.
Oh, well, I've got to go get it. I need to go home.
Miriam, just calm down. It's not going to go anywhere.
Okay, well, that's right. All right. Oh, I'm just so excited. I can't wait. Oh, wait a minute. What about Daddy?
I'll tell you what. Why don't I run down and check up on him, and that way you'll know how things stand, okay?
Oh, please, could you?
Yes, it would be my pleasure. I am very happy for you.
Thank you.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry, this is all just too good to be true.
But it is. You just relax and enjoy it. Listen, I'd love to stay and talk to you, but I've got to deliver this to Lester Lewis. Do you mind?
Oh, no. You just
I may be seeing you at Ione's later anyway.
Why?
No, I've got to stop by, and I've got to pick up some things for the church bazaar.
Oh, but the Redlands aren't going to be there. They're going out to dinner tonight.
Oh, I know, but she gave me the key so I can let myself in.
Oh, well, good enough. Maybe I'll see you back there later,
Okay.
Bye.
People ought to invest in some lots. Keep some riffraff out of here.
Might be someone upstairs.
There's nobody upstairs, Peanut Brain. Remember you saw the black lady leave and lock the door?
Maybe I better check, be sure.
No. You just stay here. Oh, you're really something else, man. Make yourself useful. Check the front door. You do know where that is, don't you?
Yeah. Hey. Nice place, huh?
Check the door.
All right. The door's fine.
Hey, you want some little mittens? How about some...
Man, fooling around, you make me nervous.
Nervous? Come on, this is the least amount of work for the most amount of fun you're ever gonna have in your life. Just enjoy it. Relax.
You want to know what time it is?
Yeah, it's about 2 minutes later than the last time you told me. Now you just shut up.
You hear that?
Yeah. Shh. There's somebody coming up the walk.
Okay, see who it is?
Not yet. Wait a minute. It's her. She's wearing the same stupid blonde wig we saw her in yesterday. Okay, come on, get the bag. Let's go.
Mom, I'm home. That's funny. Thought she'd be home by now. Oh, that's probably her there. Hello?
Oh, hey, Peter, this is Ben.
Ben, yeah. Well, what happened? How's surgery?
Well, they put it off till tomorrow. Dr. Egan had 2 emergencies this afternoon.
Hey, Mom's not home yet, I guess, so why don't you stop by and get a pizza? Maybe pepperoni and extra cheese?
Well, I'm sorry, Peter. Dr. Egan persuaded me to spend the night here in the hospital so they can operate first thing tomorrow morning. I really want to get this thing over with.
What are they going to do exactly?
Well, some of the nerves were damaged, so they're going to try and repair them as best they can.
Oh. Well, you are going to be able to use that hand again, aren't you?
Well, after the surgery, I'm going to have to start in on some physical therapy, retrain the muscles in the hand. We really won't know how permanent the damage is until all the therapy's completed.
How long will that take?
At least several months, maybe as long as a year. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see how things go.
Ben, you should have had this surgery a long time ago and been already started on this therapy.
Look, I know that, Peter. And as a doctor, I know better. But Laurie came first. I wanted to be with her, and no matter what happens, I think I made the right choice.
Well, I hope everything comes off okay, huh?
Yeah, me too. Hey, listen, do you have any idea when your mother's going to be home?
Well, no, she said she was going to be late. I just figured she's at the hospital.
No, before I checked into my room, I stopped by her office, and I also looked in the cafeteria. I don't think she's here.
That's strange.
Well, maybe I'll have her paged. She could still be talking with Lester Lewis.
Yeah, that's not like her.
Or who knows, maybe she stopped off somewhere to get a pizza on her way home.
No, that's not Mom's style. Groceries maybe, pizza never, no.
I am kind of worried about her.
Hey, don't worry about it. She'll be home pretty soon, I'm sure.
I don't know, Peter. After what happened with Laurie, I don't know if any woman in Kingsley's safe anymore.
Hey, there's somebody at the door. Could you hold on just a second? Nancy.
Where's Terry? I gotta talk with her. Where is she?